Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys coming in feeling pretty good, ready to prove they're the superior team in the conference. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys earned the right to host this game, and now just one win away from solidifying their spot as the best team in the conference. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Play action. It's Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Give here to Hampton. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
On first down, it's Hampton.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nnamdi Madubuike. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
3rd and long.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
A 49-yard attempt.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Jackson going to keep it running right. Ooh, with a juke. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself. They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Henry again on second down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it.
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Nnamdi Madubuike. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A first down carry for Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. To throw is Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Henry up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
A draw play, Hampton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Try to run for it with Hampton. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than their partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to Hampton on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Herbert now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. They snap it to Herbert. Quick slant to Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living. and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They'll work inside here. Hampton.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. Now it's Herbert. He gets this to Hampton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 38 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Third and 8. Herbert. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson about ready to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Well, that one complete once again to Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. A short one there, caught by Likely. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
7-yard pickup.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams try to find the right formula to come out with the victory. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He'll get this complete to Trey Harris. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, there was plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Herbert to the right side. He finds his receiver, Harris. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On the give, this is Hampton. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Down to about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hampton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To the air again, Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. He's got a man downfield. It's Harris. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll run it again with Henry. Able to slither by. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now. And that's a heck of a run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence the big plays are out there.
The short one there, caught by Likely. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Second and a couple. Henry out of the pistol. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Jackson. They'll try and do, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Tui Pelotu able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Davis now to return it. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Play action. It's Herbert. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. $37 on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be second and a couple.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now a 2nd and 2. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Mike Green. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 3rd and 9 here. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And down to the 44, 5 yards at a time.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5. Herbert now. He'll check this one down to Hampton. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Herbert throwing again. Now he's going to step up and run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Ladd McConkey from 3 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead here now in the 4th quarter of this championship game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. A field goal would tie the game. A touchdown, of course, gives them the lead. Boy, the drama intensifying on every single play with a Super Bowl berth on the line. To throw is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second down at 6 now from the 42. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 42. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing. Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Jackson to throw. Throw caught by Flowers.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Still plenty of time and the 2 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside handoff, Henry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes 2nd down. Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's third down. Jackson going to keep it. Dances by him. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Herbert and the Chargers down 14-10, 20 seconds to go. A field goal won't help. They need a touchdown to send them to the Super Bowl as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Brings up second and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Herbert to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over, so a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now Herbert. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 12.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
First down.
Here's first down. Herbert going to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, you know, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.